What up, dogs? This is Alex. Welcome to Life is a Game, the channel where we teach you how to take ownership of your life, having fun. So, today I'm gonna talk about the human shadow or ego shadow. And, well, you know what the ego is, right? It's the image we have of ourselves, but when it grows, when it is being developed, it is actually being created based on the perception we have, not of ourselves, but what we think. It's the perception from other people. What we think, it's what other people want to see of us. So all experiences and thoughts wait, how was I going to say this again? Alright, so there are things, experiences and thoughts during our lives that the ego believes it's something that it's not accepted by society, or, well, by the people around him, you know, the people that surround you when you grow up. So what ends up happening is that the ego creates this secret box, and it's full of secrets. And so these are things that are, could be seen as dark and scary or something, but and also it thinks that the ego, it believes that these things that are hidden well, it does this because since it's... Oh, come on. So since the ego wants to believe that he is something he's not, it starts choosing from our thoughts and experiences. It starts selecting good and evil, which is an illusion. There's no good and evil. It all comes from the same place. But it starts cherry picking what's good and what's bad, and what the ego thinks it's good. It chooses those ideas, thoughts, and experiences for himself and says, okay, this is what we are. And there are a lot of things that are kept aside and kind of hidden. I don't know how it works inside of the mind, but these things, it takes a little bit of work to get them out, because there are layers in the human psyche. So it's on the lower layers, or higher layers actually. And so they are kept there for his own sake. The ego works, as I said, by selecting what he thinks it's good and acceptable for society. And he believes, the ego, he believes the good things, it's what defines him. But even though there are things that are kept, like I said, aside or hidden behind our backs, it's still there, and these thoughts and experiences, these are things that, you know, we carry these things through life, causing resistance, and this create they also go creating experiences in our life, because we have to surpass these experiences. We have to learn from them to be able to know what we actually are, what we are actually made of. So when you try to break free from, you know, from what they call the matrix, which is the society we live on, where our parents basically dictate what we are supposed to be doing in life, and when you try to take back your spirituality, this is something that needs to be worked on, our human shadow. And it does not only contain you know, the experiences and thoughts that the ego believes are bad, but since a lot of information it's stored unnecessarily. I'm sorry about my English sometimes. So it's required to work on this, because not only the ego hides stuff that he believes it's unacceptable. For some reason, this box full of secrets contains also a lot of other information that shouldn't be there, that shouldn't be, you know, things that shouldn't be forgotten are forgotten along with the other things that the ego wanted to forget. So for example, I thought I had a memory that, or I thought I had bad memory. And what's the cat name? And and so I was under the impression that I did not have. No, wait, let me go again. I was under the impression that I had very little information about my childhood, that I had little, like I had very few memories of my childhood. And it's because I had a very I had a lot of shadow to do. I had a lot of shadow to work on. And so I was like, I had a friend, for example, I had a friend that used to tell me stories from when he was like 4 or 5 years old. And I was impressed because I could only recall memories from like maybe 9 or 10 years. I mean, the memories from earlier in my life were very big, and yeah, I had little memories of when I was a child. And so working on my shadow allowed me to recover a lot of those memories. And I thought I would be recovering just, you know, traumatic experiences, but there are traumas, but it was just a couple of ones. And then, man, all of my happy childhood, it was there. So I guess I'm saying that because I want you to not be afraid of working on your shadow. I want you to realize that the name it has been given, it's not inappropriate, but yeah, I guess it's kind of scary. For me it was. But I end up discovering it's actually really fun. Because you discover a lot about yourself, and when you learn about yourself, it gives you power, it gives you, and by power I mean acceptance of yourself and realization of yourself. And with this you can work on, on creating your own lifestyle, your own your own dreams. Now, how do you work on your shadow? How do you recover all of these memories? I'm going to show you how I did it. So, through meditation, shut up. So through meditation, when you are on, in a peaceful, meditative state, when you are mindful and concentrated, you can say things, you can say words that make your mind bring up the things that, the things that he's scared of, so you can contemplate these ideas. And even though it might be hard, because at first I was able to just look at maybe one idea, and then I would open my eyes to snap out of the meditation, because it was honestly too much. But when you work continuously on this, then you will get one and another idea, and you can look at them and observe these ideas without judgment, no matter how messed up it can seem, the ideas or thoughts. No matter how messed up it can look, you end up realizing that these are ideas that do not really dictate who we are. These are just things that were kept in our memories unnecessarily. So when you're meditating, you can say things like, you can say words to call these shadow ideas out into the open. So the word shadow itself, the word fears, the word memories, the word childhood, the word traumas, the word what else? I don't know, but things like that, yeah, those are the main ones. And you can say them out loud, or you can just say them in your mind. And the mind will bring up, things that are related with those definitions. And yeah, the rest is up to you. It's how to handle this information that it's going to come up from your mind. It's up to you how to handle it. Everyone goes at its own pace. Everyone has its own pace, and everyone's gonna need different, time, different amounts of time to assimilate these ideas and to integrate them into your life. It's very interesting. There is a lot to explore. Like, I have a lot to explore still. Alright, that's all for today. Please remember, we live in a world of infinite possibilities. We are infinite beings, co-creators of our own reality. We create our reality based on our perception, our decisions in life, our actions, our thoughts and feelings. Thank you for watching. Until the next one. Have a good day. I love you all. Peace.